Hello everyone. Today we are diving into a core concept in Java called inheritance. And inheritance is a big deal in object oriented programming because it helps us avoid writing the same code over and over. Essentially, it allows one class to inherit the properties and behavior from another class. So, if we have some common code, we don't have to repeat it everywhere. Repeating it everywhere pretty handy, right? So let's get into it. For example, imagine you are building a program that needs to represent different animals like dogs, cats, birds, etc. They are all animals, so they have some common characteristics, right? Like eating, sleeping, and but each one might also have its own unique behavior. Like for a dog, for example, it has a unique behavior like barking or flying for a bird, right? So instead of writing eat and sleep methods for every single animal class, inheritance lets us create a base class. Let's call it animal. Okay, and this base class is also called as parent class or superclass. Okay, with those common behaviors as methods in it. Then each specific animal class can inherit those behaviors and adds its own unique features. It keeps the things cleaner and reduces the repetitive codes and makes the updates easier. Okay, so in Java, we use the extends keyword to make inheritance happen. And this keyword tells the Java, hey, I want this class to inherit from another class. Like that, the extend keywords works. Okay, so if animal is our main class, we could have a dog as a child class that inherits from the parent class. Here the parent class is animal. Now our dog class can do everything that animal class can. Okay, plus any extra things we decide to add specifically for dogs. So and there are some types of inheritance. In Java we can see three types. The first one is single inheritance. In as you can see in the picture, in single inheritance there is one parent class. This parent class is also known as base class or superclass. Okay, like as we discussed earlier, consider this class A as animal. It may be the parent class. It is a parent class, and from that we can inherit a child class. Here, class B is the child. So, what are the properties and behaviors it have the class A? The class B can have all those properties. Okay, this class B is inherited from the class A using the keyword extends. Okay, and the second one is multi-level inheritance. Here you can see this is the second one. In multi-level inheritance, here the class A is the parent class and this class B is inherited from this class A. So class B is the child class of class A, and then this class C is inherited from class B. So we can say class A is the parent class and class B is the child class of class A, and then class C is the child class of class B. Okay, and the third one is, so in hierarchical there is one parent class and we can inherit multiple child classes from one parent class, single parent class. Okay, here the class B and class C are inherited from class A. So the class B and class C can have all the properties and behaviors that the class A had. Okay, and here there is one more point, that is the class B and class C are totally independent of each other. Okay, so I think you have understand the difference between these three types of inheritances. So now let's get into the practical part. Now let's move on to the practical part. First I am opening my notepad. Alright, let's write some basic code. First we will start by creating a basic animal class with a few common methods, and then make some child classes like dog or cat, something that inherits from it. Okay, first class animal, opening my class, and here I am declaring a variable name, variable name is name, and it is the string data type. And then I'm creating a constructor. Constructor is having the same name as the class name. String name, and opening constructor. This dot name equal to name, colon, closing the constructor. Okay, and then add some methods to it. For example, all animals can eat, right? So public void eat. This is the first method, opening method, and inside the method I want to print that name plus I want to print that animal's name, and then that name is eating. Animal is eating. Closing that method, and let's add some more method. Public void sleep. Now all animals can sleep, right? And inside the method system.out.println, and again name is sleeping. Okay, and if we here we can add the space so that the name and is can have some space between them. Okay, now closing the method and then closing the class. Okay, so here is our animal class, and it has a name property and a constructor to set the name, and then we declare two methods. One is eat and then sleep. So these represent the behaviors that all animals will have. Nothing too fancy, at just the basics. Okay, and then we can create as it is the example of a single inheritance, we can create a single child class that inherits from this class animal. Okay, so now let's create our dog class, which will inherit from animal and add its own methods, such as the dog has an own method called like bark, right? So first one, class dog, and we can use the extends keyword, okay, to inherit, and this dog class is inherits from the parent class named animal. Okay, so opening the class and then public dog. This is the constructor, and again string name, opening that constructor, super name, colon, closing that constructor, and then we are adding its own method, that is public void, a private method, public method for dog, bark. So let's write bark, opening this method, and then system.out.println, and inside that, so bark, animal is barking, that animal name, dog name, barking, colon, closing that method and closing that class. Okay, here we have used the extends animal in our dog class, right? Here you can see it will tell the Java that this dog should inherit everything from animal. Okay, and in the constructor we used the keyword super, right? It is to pass the name to the animal class, setting it up for the inherited properties. And we have added a new method, bark, okay, which only applies to dogs. Okay, so now we need to declare the main method to see the methods. Inside this main method, we can create a object to this dog class, and we call the methods to see the inheritance in action. Okay, so first public class main, in another class I'm creating the main method. Okay, declaring the main method. So public static void main string args. Now first create an object to the dog class. So dog, let it be my dog. Okay, my dog be the object name of that dog class. So equal to, using new keyword we are creating an object, and inside that here we give the constructor the parameter name, right? So I am here giving the name puppy, okay, as my dog name. And then now we have created the object. Now we can call the methods using this object. So my dog dot first method is eat, right? Eat, okay, and next method my dog dot sleep, and then my dog dot bark. Closing the main method and closing the class. Okay, here we created a dog called puppy, and when we call my dog dot eat and my dog dot sleep and the other one bark, these methods come from the animal class. But when we call my dog dot bark, that's from the dog class. Okay, here the eat and sleep methods are from the animal class, but bark is from the dog class. Okay, now saving this. On the desktop, as the main method is in the main class, I'm saving it as main.java in the desktop. And now open the command prompt. In the command prompt, just navigate to the desktop, see desktop, and in the desktop java space main.java. There is one error. What's that? Unclosed string literal. Okay, here we opened double quotes but closed only single quote, right? Again save the code and then again run the same code. Okay, there are no errors. Then java and enter. See, here we can see puppy is eating, sleeping. These first two are from class animal, and the last one puppy is barking is from class dog, child class. Okay.